Okay, welcome everybody. Let me get it over. There we go. I'd like to welcome everybody out tonight. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Julie Brown. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm with Julie's Creative Stampin'. That is my Facebook page and also my blog. So I'd like to welcome everybody out tonight. We're going to have some fun because we're going to be thinking outside the box. But just to let you know, if you are watching me on YouTube, if you like what you see, if you would please click the subscribe button, which is right underneath here, I would greatly appreciate it. That lets me know that you like what I'm doing and you like the content that I'm providing for you. Anyway, so tonight we are going to be working with a couple of our stamp sets that are in the mini catalog. And trying to get a different look at what we could possibly make out of them. But before we do that, actually, you know what? I think I may just go ahead and start with that. And then I have a special surprise at the end, so don't leave too soon. As always, if you are on with me, please make sure that you hit the comment and let me know that you're here. Hey, Shanine, I'm glad you're here. Also, during the presentation, if you like what you're seeing, please make sure you do the thumbs up or the hearts. That way I know that you guys like what you're seeing. So let me just switch it over and I'll talk a little bit about what stamp sets I'm using tonight. So we are going to be using the Painted Poppies bundle. We're going to be using the stamps and the dies. And then the Dress to Impress stamp set. So basically what we're doing is, and this is something that I have a really hard time with. Let me just switch it back here so I can talk to you guys for just a little bit. I've always had a hard time of only seeing the stamp set and not being able to see beyond the stamp set. And I was on I'm on a lot of different groups on Facebook that demonstrators are on. And I'm going to get her name because you guys are going to love this. Her name is, I hope I say it right, Leah Fednak, and she is from Alberta, Canada. And she posted the cutest card with this stamp set. And I just had to show it to you guys. So this is not my design, but I absolutely loved it. I did change up the colors a little bit and changed up how she did the greeting on hers, but I just wanted to show this procedure to you guys so you could start thinking outside the box. So again, I'm going to switch back over so you know which stamp sets that we're working with, and these are them. So let me get these out of the way, and let me show you what we're going to be working with in these. Is we're going to be using this one here out of the Painted Poppies. And we're going to be using this little tiny one out of the Dress to Impress. And then I'm also using a birthday sentiment from the special celebrations. So let me pop that up really quick just so you know what I'm using. So there's all of the stamp sets and bundles that I'm using. So there we go. All right, let's get this out of the way. And let's see where we're at. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm looking for a scrap sheet. So I'm going to bring in this scrap piece of paper. Let's move this out of the way. Hey, Brenda, glad you could make it. And, all right. So this is just a really cool, and this is actually going to go really fast tonight. So hopefully those that come on late can watch the replay, because this is just a really quick stamp, because I did a lot of the stamping ahead of time because there's one section that we have to stamp. So I'll talk about the card measurements in just a little bit, but first I want to get started stamping. So what we're going to do is we are going to make a donut. I'm so excited. I am so excited for you guys to see this. And I'm going to show you how we do that. So we're going to take the Rococo Rose. Hey, Mel. So here's our stamp pad. And again, I'm using just this like blotch stamp from the Painted Poppies. And we're just going to ink that up really good. Okay, then we're going to turn it over. Let me move my white piece out of here. This is the crazy part, because you know what? How are we going to make a donut out of something that's completely full, right? So what we're going to do is the little stamp set, the little blotch stamp. This one is this one from the Dress to Impress. So we're going to take it and we're going to make sure it's cleaned off. And then we are going to stamp this right in the middle. And then I'm going to clean it off again. And I'm going to do this 5 times. And I'm trying to stamp pretty much where I stamped before. I think that's 3. Like I said, we're going to try to do this. Now, there's no ink or anything on this. I'm just stamping it right in the middle. I'm getting a little off center there. I think that was 5, but I'm going to do it one more time because I got a little off center. Okay. So let me see if I can bring that up so you can see what that looks like. See how by stamping that, it took the ink out of the center. So this is actually going to be the inside of our card that I'm stamping right here. Because I've already done the front because I did several of these on the front. So I'm just going to stamp this right here. Okay. And that's what it looks like. Does it look like a donut yet? I don't think so. So now what we're going to do is we are going to bring in our Stampin' Right, the crumb cake, Stampin' Right marker. And we are going to just kind of go around these edges. Now we want to go a little bit on the outside, but we still want to stay fairly close. And let me see if I can. Okay, is that better? Can you guys hear me now? So I'm not sure where you guys lost audio. I apologize for that. Let me see. Okay, so basically I used the crumb cake Stampin' Write marker to go around. Can you guys hear me now? Someone do a thumbs up or something if you can hear me. Okay. And then I colored in with, I probably did hit the mute when I hit the zoom. You're right, Susie. And then I colored it in with the Stampin' Blend. Okay. And so basically what I was telling you is the way she came up with this whole idea was she was wanting to make a donut. And so she started looking through her stamp sets and came up with this great idea to make a donut. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to bring in some more Stampin' Write markers. So I'm going to use Melon Mambo and Soft Suede, and then I'm going to use a white gel pen. Let me get, oops, I'm going the wrong way. All right, that should be good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put sprinkles on our donut. So basically you're just going to take it and you're just going to draw these little sprinkles just kind of wherever you think there needs to be sprinkles. And you can see I'm doing them in all different directions because I don't know about you guys, but when I put sprinkles on things, they always come out not everything the same direction. So that was the Melon Mambo. And now I'm going to come in with Soft Suede. And we're going to put a few Soft Suede sprinkles in here. And again, I'm not worrying about that they're all about the same size because again, my sprinkle packages are all a little bit different. I know there are some incredible, I wish I was this smart demonstrator that thought of this, but it wasn't me. There are some smart demonstrators. I don't know if it's smart or just highly creative. So then we're going to come in with a white gel pen and we're going to put in some white sprinkles. And basically you just kind of just keep doing this until you feel like you have enough sprinkles. So that's kind of what it looks like. I love this. Oh, I'm so in love with this. Okay. So, oh, I am using another stamp set. I totally forgot. So I am also using the Honeybee stamp set, which this is one of the ones that's going away. So if you wanted the Honeybee with the dies, you might want to get it now. And I'm going to use this little saying that says, thinking of you, sweet friend. Oops, I already got these out. Sorry. And I am going to use Soft Suede for that. Now this could be the front of the card. You could add some sequins down here, or sequins. You could add some, oh my God, yeah, sequins down here. And it would be super cute. And you could just put this on some paper. But I got crazy doing this, so I'll show you what I ended up doing for the front. Let me see if I can get this straight. Okay, so there's that. No, it's not on photo paper. It's just on the regular paper. I don't know why it's looking glossy. That's really weird. I know that, well, the gel pen is glossy, but this isn't. So no photo paper. All right, so let me clean that. Like I said, this card is going to go pretty quick because I did a lot of it ahead of time. Oh yeah, Susie says she loves the Honeybee set, so that might be something you want to consider doing it. Okay, so I'm going to bring in what I've been coloring during the day. I kind of cheated. So this is what my front looks like. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited about this. Look at all the donuts. Aren't they fun? I would have never thought of this. I am just so grateful that I'm on that. Oh, I love the purple one. Doesn't that look like that icing's just melting off of it? It is so cool. Okay. So I'm going to bring in a Coastal Cabana. So basically these two sheets were 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and then the Coastal Cabana was just the regular backdrop. So hold on. And I hit the mute again. Okay. So let me just put this on the front, and then I'll show you how I finish this card off to make it extra special. So we're going to stick that on the front. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this one on the inside that I showed you guys how to do. Which stamp did I use for the donut? Okay, you missed that part. You're going to need to go back and look at the replay. I'll show you kind of how I did it real quick in just a second. Let me just get this in here first. Okay, so for those of you getting here late, to make the donut, I used these two stamps. So I used the Painted Poppies, and I used this stamp, and I used the Dressed to Impress, and I used this stamp. And so what you do is, sorry, I'm having to repeat, you ink this up, and then you bring in this small one, and you keep pushing it down, wiping it clean, pushing it down, wiping it clean about 5 times so that it actually ends up clearing the ink off of that middle part. All right, so there's our card so far. So then what I did is I brought in a soft suede with our Versamark. It's gonna, yes, it's gonna get loud again because we're embossing again. And I just get this on here as centered as I can. Let me make sure I got a good covering. So basically I'm just looking to make sure I got a good, that I can see it all. All right. Oh. Okay, yeah, I told him the sets at the right at the very beginning, Susie. Okay. So we're going to bring in our embossing powder. And just put that on there. And flick it until it comes off because I forgot to use my embossing buddy. Oh, embossing buddies, another thing that they're getting rid of. So yeah, you might want to get those. And then this little part here that I don't want on there, I'm just going to wipe off. So that's one of the things, I don't know if you guys noticed, that's on the retiring. So the nice thing about the embossing buddies is you pretty much only need to get one and you're good to go. All right, so I'm going to turn on my heat gun and let it heat up for just a bit. You always want to let it heat up for just a little bit. And then you can come in and get the embossing done. And again, this will, the way you know it's embossed is because, and I hope you guys can see it changing colors, is it changes colors. It goes from a kind of a matte finish to a glossy finish. So here we go with that. Again, I apologize for the noise. All right, I think we're good. I think we got that. Okay, so then I'm going to bring in the dies from the Painted Poppies. Remember I told you we're using the whole set. So we're actually using two dies, but I've already cut the one with the bigger die, and I'll show you what I did with that one. Did I get this one from Stampin' Up? I've gotten several from Stampin' Up, and I'm not sure if this is one of the ones I've gotten from them. I'm pretty sure I just ordered it recently, and I pretty much just order from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to say yes. Okay, so here's my Big Shot. New embossing machine's coming out. So excited. I've already seen it. Okay. Let me see if I can get this straight. Again, it's always harder when I'm sitting down and I'm not standing over it. But then we're just going to run that through with that die. And then I guess you could use this for something later if you wanted to. All right. Let's get this out of the way. Everything else I kind of pre-did for you guys. Okay, so here's this. So I'm going to bring this in. Oh. And then what I did was I pre-cut. This is from the vellum that was one of the free things you could get from Celebration. So it's the vellum from that. So I'm going to bring that in, and I cut that out with the bigger die. And I'm just going to run just right down the middle. And then figure out where I kind of want this. So because I have more of a space here, I'm going to kind of put it right there. Just so. It kind of shows and doesn't show, but it kind of fills in that space where I didn't get the donuts that close. All right, and then I'm going to bring in this, God, what is this called? Oh my gosh, I just forgot. Anyway, it's this really fine thread, and I think it's like a metal thread. It feels like it's metal. And so I'm going to pull quite a bit of it because I want it quite layered. And I'm going to cut that. And then I'm going to take a glue dot. And I am going to stick the glue dot, a couple of glue dots. So I'm going to stick a glue dot like right there. And then another one just kind of at an angle. So they're both pretty much in the center. And then I just take this metal thread. I can't think of the name of it right now. Oops. And I'm just going to stick the first end into the glue dot. And I'm just going to kind of do a figure 8. That way I'll have a little bit of this off of both edges here. And I know this might be really hard to see. I'll show it closer to you as soon as I get it all threaded in here. So I hope everybody's doing good. Has anyone been doing anything exciting at home? Anybody learn anything new while you're at home? I know my granddaughter has been, she was in home ec in school and was really upset that they didn't get to finish because she was really enjoying being in home ec and learning how to cook. So her teacher sent her a bunch of recipes and she has been making them at home. And so we've been the beneficiaries of that. Every so often she makes a stop by here and drops some off to us. Now, because I have, let me show you what that looks like. So let me bring that up and see if you guys can see that. So what I'm going to do is, because it may not stick, there's several layers. So I'm going to take another glue dot and actually put it right over the top of those on both of those glue dots. So I had one at the bottom and now I'm coming back down over the top just to make sure it holds all that thread in place. Okay, so Susie's been card making, yay. Anyone else been doing anything fun? Then I'm going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, there it is. I couldn't find my tweezers. And just put 2 Stampin' Dimensionals here. And then we'll take that, and it's going to say happy birthday, and I'm just going to center that on that vellum. And there's our fun little card with the donuts. So Mel, you've been scrapbooking, fun. Brenda, you've been yard work and reorganizing your craft room. Yay, and Brenda got a blog up, woohoo! Okay, so there's that card. Isn't that cute? So I just kind of want to encourage all of you guys to, just because you may not have what you need, like you don't have a specific stamp that, for instance, makes a donut, start looking through your stamp sets, because that's what this young lady did. She looked through her stamp sets and she found something that could make the donuts. How cool is that? Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you about, this just came out today, became available, I think actually it was at midnight last night. So a lot of us have been on with the CEO, Sarah, of Stampin' Up. Hey, Pat, I'm so glad you're here. And all of us were talking about needing stamps for this COVID-19, right? And so she kept telling us they were working on it. And of course, in the back of my mind, I'm like, how can they be working on it? Because there's no way that they can get the stamp designed and made and out to everybody before COVID-19 is over. Well, let's hope. So anyway, they came up with this campaign, and it is called the COVID-19 Give Back. And if you go to stampinup.com, what these stamps are is they are digital stamps. And so I'm going to walk you through. Let me get that off. Let me switch you over to my computer here. Hold on. Okay. So let's say you pulled up stampinup.com and you get to this page. On right here, it kind of shows everything that's going on. And there's these 3 little buttons down here. And if you click on this 3rd button, it has the COVID Give Back. And if you'll notice, look at what they did. So these are some of the things. I'm going to say stamp sets, but it's a digital stamp set. So this one says, there's no place like home for now. Sending love and paper hugs. I totally share my toilet paper with you. And love conquers all. So what they've done is this is a digital download that you can print all of these sayings out instead of having to stamp them. And it is the coolest thing ever. I think there is like 80 plus different sentiments that they've put in this. And it's $12, and you don't have to go into my site. You just go into stampinup.com to order it. And as soon as you download it, you can start using it. So I'm going to make a card tonight using this so I can show you what it looks like. Are you excited? I am. Okay, so let's get back to it. All right, and so I've already cut out... And I'm going to show you kind of how it comes. So basically, I'm going to use coastal, or I think this is Bermuda Bay. And I use I think this is the lily pad paper from the celebration. And this card's going to go together pretty quick because I've pre-cut stuff out. So basically with this digital download, what you do is you download it, and then I printed it out on white cardstock. And I guess you could do it on other colors, but because you can't really change the color of the ink, I don't know how that would work. Just so you know. Okay, so here's this. And so now let me show you what I did. I'm going to kind of show you, give you a preview. So when I print it out, it looks like this, right? And then what I do is I cut it in half at 4 1/4. And then I went in and I took, so this one right here was right here. And so I used my rectangle stitch dies and I just cut this out. Okay. So it's already stamped. Hey, for those of you that stamp crooked, here you go. All right, so it's already stamped, and all you have to do is you can either hand cut these out or you can use the dies to cut them out. So we're gonna put together a card. Wait till you see. Okay, so this is the bottom, and I'm just gonna glue this in here. And then I used our, let's see, I got to get the right names. Where did I put it? Oh, darn it. I'm going to be using this stamp set, Will Walrus Be Friends. All right. So here's this. Now this is the part that's the digital download, but I just wanted to show you guys how easy these were to use. Now this other part, I went ahead and stamped and colored in my little walrus, okay? And he's gonna go on the top part of the card. And then I used, so this part was my creativity. Then I used the corrugated, it's the corrugated embossing folder, and embossed a big piece of this and then cut out a small piece. Let me see if I can get it close so you can see it, if it'll focus on it. There we go. Okay. And then I cut out a very thin strip. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to trim this. I just need about 4 little pieces, and I'm not being exact on the size. And then I'm going to come in with my Tombow glue. And this is because this is so skinny. This may be a little bit hard to do without making a mess like I just did. So I'm going to put this, and it's going to kind of go down far because I just want the edge to be right there at the top, but that's okay. Oops. Let me get my next piece here, and again try to get just a little bit of glue on there, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to try, let me get my tweezers, might be easier. I'm going to try to get those at the same angle. Whoops. See, now I've got glue on my finger and it's all sticking to my finger. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with this. And I'm just going to put glue right there in that middle. There's like a little mountain right there. And we're going to cover up his little face with that. And then again, put a little bit of glue there for our other strap down here at the bottom. And do the same thing on this piece. Hope you guys are still with me. And again, stick that up there. Okay, so now our walrus has a little mask. So let me show you that. So he's got a little face mask, right? And so it says, I'm smiling underneath this face mask. And then what I wanted to do on the inside, because I might want to write something, and this is going to be white on white, and you could back this with some other stuff, other colors. I just didn't do it for this because I just kind of wanted to show you, because this other one, again, I cut it out with the rectangle dies, stitch dies. Okay, so then I'm just going to go ahead, and then even though it's white on white, again, this says you are essential to me. That's one of the other little sayings that's on that digital stamp set. And I'm just going to pop that right in the middle of the inside of this card. And like I said, I could have done another color behind this that would be really cute. And there you go. How quick was that card, right? So it says, I'm smiling under this face mask. You are essential to me. And then you can sign it and send it to somebody. So there's so many fun little quotes on this set. So again, just as a recap, if you go to stampinup.com and you get to this screen right here, and then let me see, if you click on it, I'm going to show you. It takes you to this right here. And it's $12 for all of these. It's 15 pages that you will be printed out, and there's several per page. And you just add it to your cart. They send you the download, and you can download that, and all of the proceeds are going to, and I think it says in here, the Worldwide Health Organization, and the United Way. And I know that when I ordered them, it gives you the opportunity that you can have it all go to just one of them, or you can say, I want to split it between the two of them. Okay. So that's just a fun thing that Stampin' Up! Just, wow, to the design team, right? They came up with this in, just in no time at all. So let's switch back over, and I want to show you both of the cards that we did today. So this one is the thinking outside the box and making a donut from these two stamp sets, right? Using this stamp and this stamp. And then, and with another donut on the inside. I'm sorry, I am in love with the donut thing. And then this one is for COVID-19, right? And making a little mask for your guy. But there's so many other ones. I mean, even this donut one, here's one of the other ones that you could have put. Let me show you this. So on this donut one, instead of the happy birthday, we could have cut these two out. This is one of the sayings on that digital download. And I could have put that right there, and it says, spread joy, not germs. Because donuts bring everybody joy, right? Yeah, Mel, once you download it, they are yours, and you can print them out as many times as you want. It's an actual download. And so once you have it, as long as you keep it in a safe place so that it doesn't get lost, yeah, then you can print them out as many times as you want to. But I want to show you one more saying that I almost put on this card because it really fit the donut card, I thought. Oh, here it is. This one is so funny. Look at this one. I've just been working on my home buddy. That would have been really cute on the donut card, right? So they've just got so many cute ideas. But again, I just wanted to show you how think outside the box, right? And, who knew that this stamp and this stamp would make a donut? All right, so that's what I wanted to show you guys tonight. I hope all of you guys learned something and got excited about the digital download. And like I said, you can print them off as many times as you want. You can go in, once you download it, let's say you don't want to print out all 15 pages, you can go through and look at it. And let's say that you only want 1 page for now. You can print out just the 1 page. So it's pretty cool, but once you download it, it's yours and you can use it as many times as you want. The only thing Stampin' Up! Is asking is that you don't give people the download for free, because this is for charity and they are giving all of the proceeds away. So please respect that, and don't just give somebody the download. Please ask them to pay the $12 and get the download. So anyway, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed tonight. I wish I could see your faces, but I can't because I miss everybody. And then don't forget, I've already set up the hostess code. This is May's hostess code. So if you are going to be putting any orders, this does not include the digital. The digital stamp download it doesn't help with rewards or anything. You just go in and do that on your own. But if you are going to place an order for May, here is the hostess code for May. The April hostess code has already been closed. Again, guys, please make sure you check out my Pinterest page, my blog. Make sure you comment on my cards in the blog. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click that you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then you will get notified every time I upload anything to YouTube, which this is on Facebook right now, so it will be uploaded later tonight to YouTube. So thank you guys for coming in and making some great comments, and love all of you guys. Miss you so much. Hopefully we can see each other face to face soon. But everybody have a good evening and make some donuts. Talk to you later.